Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 28th, 2018, and this is the Daily Drive. Yesterday, Apple had their education event at I've been saying high school when I've talked about this before, but it's sort of a high school, sort of not a high school. It's a college prep school. Phew! Ooh. Sorry about that, had to sneeze, so I'm going to cut that out a little bit. So it's a college prep school. Not really sure what the difference is. But anyway, as the lead up to the event was going on, a lot of people that were talking about it were speculating on the kinds of things that Apple was going to announce. And almost to the T, they were wrong. We heard about, there's going to be new Macs, and there's going to be new phones, and this is going to be updated. They're going to drop this, and it's like, yeah. What you all kind of dropped was the ball. As far as hardware goes, there were only 2 announcements. One of which wasn't an Apple product. There's a new 9.7-inch iPad, not an iPad Pro, and it's the original form factor, 9.7 inches, but it is really, really priced right. $299 with educational discount, $329 for all the other humans. That's the low-end 32 gig model Wi-Fi. There's a 32 gig model, and there's I'm blanking. I think it's 128 gigs. Which honestly, for an iPad like this, is plenty of storage. So it's got some interesting features. It's got the A10X processor, which is the same one that's in my 12.9-inch first gen iPad Pro. It doesn't have the smart connector, so you can't use Apple's built-in keyboard cover thing, which I don't think it's really that big of a deal. So if you want to use a keyboard with this, it has to be a Bluetooth keyboard, which again is fine. What else? I think just based on almost forgot. This is also the first non-Pro iPad that can use the Apple Pencil. And that's kind of significant. It means that Apple is taking some of their accessories that were previously limited to a particular market. Another good example is apparently they just released the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse, the slate gray one, that originally was only for the iMac Pro, the $5,000 iMac. Apparently it was so popular that people were able to get exorbitant prices for it on eBay and other reselling sites that sell your stuff. I don't really get it myself. Number one, the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse, or whatever they're calling it, I think is way overpriced for what it is. But you know, if this is something that you get when you purchase your iMac, you know, that's fine. You know, it's not costing you anything extra to get it. But the slate gray one is no different than any other color that Apple. I don't know if there's a black one. Of course, there's, you know, the standard pearl white or whatever kind of white they want to call it. But it's no different from that one, other than color. So is having a slate gray keyboard and mouse that hardly anyone is ever going to see really worth spending that much money? You know, if there's features of those that you find attractive, then cool, you know, go ahead and spend the money. But to spend even more money just because it's a different color strikes me as not that smart. But of course it doesn't matter now, because can I make it? I made it. Almost busted that light. To spend extra money, and a significant amount of extra money, just to get a different colored keyboard, I don't really think that's all that smart. But anyway, back to the event. So they got this new iPad, which is very, it's an attractive iPad. You know, I'm thinking, because my wife is still on, what is it, my old 3rd gen, and I can replace this with one that's much better for much less money than what I paid for, like, my Pro or other things. So I'm thinking about that. The other, so yeah, iPad good. So the other thing that was announced as far as hardware, and it's not an Apple product, it's from Logitech. They have their own version of the Apple Pencil. It's about half the price of what the Apple Pencil. I think the Apple Pencil is $99. I think this was $49. I mean, it's attractive enough. You know, it's industrial design. As far as I know, it does everything that the Apple Pencil does for half the price. So if you need a pencil, I've never used an Apple Pencil, and maybe there's some functionality there that I could get, but it doesn't really appeal to me. The other thing they talked about was better integration of particular applications, including some collaboration tools that are now built into the iWork Suite pages, keynotes, and numbers. So this allows teachers to, I guess, be able to, you know, plan things better and keep track of their students' progress in whatever work they've been assigned. So I can see why this was more of an education event. Apple has been losing out to Google Chrome, and to some extent also Microsoft with Surface products, or other companies' versions of Surface products. So they want to make sure, I guess, that they still stay relevant in that space. And a good way to do that is to have products that are attractively priced, that are considered to be best in class for tablets. And whether or not this will bear fruit for Apple, kind of hard to say. we're not going to find out in one day or 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. But all in all, considering the venue and considering the products that were announced, it wasn't a bad event. And other than the new iPad, there wasn't really anything that appealed to me or had any particular significance for me. And both my kids are out of school now. But for Apple, I think this was exactly kind of what they needed to do. I understand their choice of venue. I understand the products that they released. So good for them. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can reach me through emails, guy@mymac.com, guy@mttfgo.com. I am Mac Parrot on the Twitters. You can also find me if you'd like to help support the things that I do. I have a Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com. Just look for Mac Parrot. Same thing with Patreon. I have a Patreon page. And all of these things will help me continue to do things like, well, not so much the My Mac podcast. It doesn't cost me anything but time. Tim takes care of all the rest of the, as far as bandwidth and storage and all the rest of that. But for some of the things I do, like the live cast on Wednesday nights, actually I'll be doing one tonight. The Mac to the Future live cast. That's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Guy's Daily Drive, which is not daily, I know, kind of an odd title, but it's probably, I think it'll end up being 2 or 3 times a week, just little short shows like this, 10-15 minutes, and anything that you can contribute will help with some of the things I've got coming up, and I will go into some of my plans for Guy's Daily Drive and Mac to the Future, and other things as they come up. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.